Guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to pop in and give you guys an Alocasia Jacklyn update. I really feel like it's necessary to update you guys because the last time you saw my Alocasia Jacklyn, she was down to 1 leaf, and if you guys follow my story on Instagram, you definitely seen me post a beautiful picture of an Alocasia Jacklyn the other day, and I know you were probably like, did it bounce back? No, it didn't. I got another one. But before I show you my new beautiful Alocasia Jacklyn, I will update you guys on the one I had, which is currently in this container because it has no leaves and we're down to a corm. I think one of the corms rotted already. Are these called corms? Alocasia corms? Yeah, they're called corms. So this is the current state of my old Alocasia Jacklyn. When I tell you guys I'm devastated and I literally can't even look at pictures of my old Alocasia Jacklyn without feeling some type of way, it's that serious. I'm not sure if you guys remember how we got here, but I prematurely repotted my Alocasia Jacklyn when it looked like it needed to be repotted. I don't know, it's my first Alocasia that I had going well. I repotted it and it went downhill from there, and it was honestly so devastating. Like, I can't believe I did that, honestly. I regret it. I literally kick myself in the ass every time I think about it because it's just, if I would have just left it, if I would have just left it in that freaking self-watering pot, everything would be fine, and I'd probably have a leaf as big as my body by now because that plant was taking off. That shit really makes me so mad. But anyways, let's take this out to see what it's doing because it's been in here for a little bit, and I want to see if it has roots because it was rotting, and I was getting, oh, this little corm right here, just floating around. It looks like it might do something though because it has like a little tip, you know? I'm gonna put it back under here. But let's just take this whole thing out first because I really want to see. I haven't taken this out in like a couple weeks. Oh my god, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look that good, but I can tell you that little root right there was not there when I first put it in. So I mean, it's not completely rotted, and it has this white stuff on it because I put it in perlite, I put it in pon, and now it's in Fluval, if you couldn't tell. People still comment to this day that, oh, your plant's fine, it's just dormant. You guys haven't seen this thing, like, it's disgusting. I think last month I had it in pon and I looked at it and there were bugs crawling all over it. So yeah, this thing has been through the ringer with me, this little Alocasia Jacklyn corm. Hopefully it doesn't rot. I think it's gonna be fine since I moved it to Fluval, especially since it's put out that little root. That's exciting. So let's pray for this little gal to do well. I'm just gonna stick her back in here. I actually, hold on a second. This little piece right here fell off. Honestly, corms are always falling off of this big corm. Like all those little corms. I have so many corms that are like elsewhere right now, but this is like the major corm or whatever. So I thought I would show you an update on that. She's back in. I'm not too concerned about this because like I said, I do have a whole nother Alocasia Jacklyn. I just couldn't resist buying it. It was the same price as this one. This is my new Alocasia Jacklyn. She came with 5 leaves, but one was really tiny and it was the oldest leaf, so I cut it off because it was yellow. There's a second leaf. That was 1, 2. Here's the third leaf. It's really beautiful. Wow. And then when I got the plant, this leaf right here was unfurling and it's so beautiful. But you know what's so crazy? Since I didn't grow this plant myself, I don't feel the same about it as my old Alocasia Jacklyn because if you guys remember, when I got my old Alocasia Jacklyn, I switched it over to pon and leca, and then the plant lost all of its leaves. So every leaf that I had on my Alocasia Jacklyn that is almost dead, I grew on my own. So it was really satisfying to have that plant. This plant came with all of these leaves. And just to shock you guys really quick, I got this plant about maybe a week and a half ago and it's still in soil. I'm actually afraid to switch it over to any other substrate right now because of what happened to my other Alocasia Jacklyn. I just don't want that to happen again. I really want this to be as healthy as possible. Like, look at how pretty. I'm not sure if you guys can see how hairy the leaves are, but oh my god, it's just so cool. Like if you guys have an Alocasia Jacklyn, these leaves feel unreal. So like I said, right now she is in soil, but I put a layer of Fluval on top. I just realized that this is not holding it up anymore. It was a little unstable, so I just added some Fluval on top. And she is in soil in the nursery pot that she was shipped in still. because I'm just so afraid to kill this plant. A lot of the times when I switch plants over, some of the plants actually die almost completely before they get themselves established in semi-hydro. But don't get me wrong, this will be in semi-hydro eventually. I'm just really not too pressed to lose all these leaves right now. This is the only plant that I'll have in soil for right now. I added this little bamboo stick for support because, like I said, it was drooping over a little bit. But I did notice that I forgot to water it like since I got it, and the leaves were literally drooped over, but now they're more erect again. But before I end this video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am literally obsessed with Fluval. I am going to be updating you in my next video. I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of my El Choco Red that I propagated in a little short. A lot of people were asking why I did this. I don't know if you guys remember what this looked like before I did this, but it was on a moss pole. The moss inside of the moss pole was smelling like mold. I cut open the moss pole, I took it out, and I refreshed it and put the plant back on a fresh moss pole with new moss. And it just wasn't attaching, and it was just looking crusty. If you guys watched the short, you can see when I propagated it, the whole stalk just looked crusty. So I did chop it, and I was very nervous to do so because I've never propagated a philodendron El Choco Red, but I propagated this after my trying Fluval for the first time video, and we already have roots, guys. Do you see the little red root? Should I take him out to show you? I don't really want to take him out. Should I take him out? I decided I do want to take this out because I just do. I don't want to make a mess though. Okay. Guys, oh, when did I propagate this? Like a week ago? Oh, this didn't have one root when I propagated it. Like some of the plants that we propagated or switched over to Fluval in my first video already had roots. This didn't have any roots. That's crazy. Yeah, so when you guys see my next video and there's like 50 plants in Fluval, this is why. This is so cool, super cool. Definitely look out for my next video because my plants are doing so well in Fluval. And I just got it everywhere. I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And until my next video, bye guys.